Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile, even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the
A simple
sky,
smile, a universal gesture amongst human beings, signifying love, acceptance, friendship, trust. As a visual expression, it communicates joy soundlessly. But in China, every day, hundreds of children are born without the ability to express happiness through a smile. The condition is called cleft lip. A more serious, related version of the condition, cleft palate, can cause additional difficulties with speech, eating, and even hearing.
Cleft lip and palate is kind of a congenital disease happened in oromaxillofacial region, and it's the most commonest congenital deformities. For the cleft lip, it's sort of a hair lip, also called hair lip, and it means the lip is not contact. And so it's influence on, in fact, on the patient's appearance. And for cleft palate, it's sort of a speech problems.
While the physical challenges faced by such children are daunting, the psychological effects can be at least as serious. Many end up being ostracized by their peers.
So the most important thing is, in fact, on the patient's psychological. Sometimes they have psychological problems.
Cleft surgery is relatively inexpensive, costing about $250. But even the relatively modest price is out of the reach of many poor rural families in China. However, a number of charitable organizations are addressing the problem by offering free surgery. One of these is New York-based Smile Train. Founded 10 years ago by American-Chinese millionaire Charles Wang and his colleague Brian Mullaney, it emphasizes the training of local doctors to carry out the free operations. And their goal? To change the lives of children, one smile at a time.
Smile Train has teams of local doctors providing free cleft operations for poor children throughout the world. It also trains local doctors to perform the surgery so that more children can be helped. That's the mission of Smile Train.
Here in China, Smile Train works with the country's largest charitable organization, the China Charity Federation, to perform free surgery on children affected by the cleft lip or palate. Its mission and the dedication of its doctors has given over 180,000 children and counting a reason to smile. Today at this Beijing hospital, Dr. Ma Lian is performing cleft lip surgery on a young patient. Dr. Ma is part of a large team of doctors who perform free cleft surgery on behalf of Smile Train for poor rural children in China each year. Today, her patient is 1.5-year-old Li Xiang. He is one of over 35,000 children in the country born with a cleft lip or palate each year.
The prevalence in China is variable, but mainly it's about 600 to 700 newborn baby, and there will be one cleft lip and palate.
As Li Xiang's father explains, the condition has consequences that affect both child and parent.
We definitely have difficulties and inconveniences. We feel he's not the same as other children. They can go out and play without feeling different, but we're afraid of bringing our son out. We see how others look at him.
But now Li Xiang's parents are hopeful the surgery will give their son a chance at a normal life.
We have high expectations. We hope that because of this operation he won't have to suffer the psychological effects of having a facial deformity.
Research into trying to reduce the number of children born with clefts is underway, but it is a mostly genetic condition. So, for the moment, the work done by Smile Train and other organizations like it will continue to open the door to a normal life for thousands of poor children in China and many other developing countries. Children who would otherwise continue to suffer in a world without smiles. Kelda Yun, BON.
Well, Kelda joins us now in the studio. Well, Kelda, were there many operations that were being done on that day?
Well, actually, on that day, there was only one operation. It was mainly, the focus was mainly to show other doctors and people who are interested in the operation the ways they do it. So after the operation, which was performed by Dr. Ma Lian, she also gave a talk about the process and all that. So the main incentive of the day was to basically give a live demonstration. So only one operation was done on that day.
There's a number of charities that do this kind of thing in China and elsewhere as well. But how does Smile Train differ in the way it approaches this problem?
Yeah. Well, Smile Train, it has its mission is to, first of all, provide operation to those who cannot afford it, the cleft lip and the cleft palate operation to children who can't afford it. But also it puts a huge emphasis on training local doctors. And they really don't want to just ship a foreign doctor in to help perform these surgeries. They really want to focus on, in China, local doctors who are interested in helping children around the country with the cleft lip or palate. They really want to train up these doctors so that more operations can be done around the country. Mm.
And you focused on that one family, and some really nice, touching footage there as well. But what are the kind of psychological effects of the cleft palate on children? Do they talk about that?
Yes. Well, as the doctor said, for the cleft lip, it's it's basically a physical appearance, and for the cleft palate, it's a lot of speech problem, as well as a lot of those people, kids with the cleft palate also have a cleft lip. So psychologically is a huge issue because a lot of these kids grow up thinking they are different. So the doctor says it's really important when they're young to have the operation so that they have that fixed before they get older and realize that they are different from their peers.
Well, thank you very much, Kelda, for joining us today in the studio.